Good morning, YouTube. How you doing? Mike in New York, in Detroit. How's everybody doing? By popular demand, I am going to endeavor to make another series, this time for the beginners. What do I mean by beginners? You've never played a piano before. Either you play some other instrument and you want to pick up some piano skills, or you're just new. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about the piano. If you're more advanced, search around in my YouTube, subscribe, and then search in my YouTube videos. Something's in my throat here. I have a series on intermediate. Also, put down in the comment section, direct me where you want to learn. Most of these videos are coming by request, and so is this one. I got an earful that says, hey, I'm a beginner. Where's my lesson? I'm going to endeavor always to make these free and available, but more importantly, to make them useful to you. So this video assumes you know nothing. Zip, nada. Before we get started though, make sure, I got a few suggestions if you're buying a keyboard. It doesn't matter if it's 88 keys or less, that's fine. What is important, in my opinion, is that you find a keyboard that has weighted keys on it. That's going to develop your finger muscles. It's gonna put you in good shape. You'll find that, if you follow along, I'm going to make a series of this. I'm going to take you from kind of beginner all the way up to intermediate, and then you could just pick up the intermediate stuff on the other videos. I'm going to try to point out that there's things you may or may not need to know. But again, this series is not for everybody. This is just for people who want basic piano skills. They just want to play a few songs. They want to play at their church. They have a piano in their house. They want to play some Christmas songs, that kind of thing. It's going to be mostly learning by chords. So very little sight reading involved in this series. Okay, step one. How do you sit at a piano? Straight up, shoulders back, fingers kind of, let me move my camera over here. Let me see if this will work here. Down, right? So I'll put it back in a minute, but you want nice curved fingers at the piano. Supple, nice, relaxed wrists, shoulders, relax. See if I can get a better angle here, like this. My camera will stay still. So when you approach the piano, this is kind of the position you want to be in. Your belly button is going to point at middle C here, and I'll show you where that is in just a minute. But see how relaxed, not clawed curve, but just relaxed curve. That's the way you're going to get speed later on. Okay? So, good, upright, straight posture, no slouching, no shoulder bent over, all that kind of stuff. Now let me put my camera back over here. Up, 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 up. Oh, maybe you can see it this way too. So here's another angle of nice, relaxed curve. Nice, relaxed curve. This is how you want to play. It doesn't matter what note you're playing right now. So when you're playing the piano, it's going to get physical, especially at first until you build up muscles in your fingers. your finger's gonna get a little tired. When they do, just take a break, shake them out, go again. It's gonna take a little practice time. My suggestion is about 30 minutes, pretty much every day, or 5-6 days a week. I've never met anybody, especially at the beginner stage, that can cram 6 hours on Saturday and learn that way. It takes the build up of the consistent build up of your muscles to really get good at. And after a while, you really don't have to do that. After 3 or 4 months, your muscles will get built up. Then you're good to go. Now, let's first learn the names. Every last key. You see my virtual keyboard up there somewhere? It's up there, up that way. So take a look at that. And every last one of these keys have a name. Every last one of these, they have a name. So let's find the names, or figure out how you find the name. This note is the first one. It's middle C. It's middle C. And as you sit at your keyboard or piano, that middle C should be pointing right at your belly button. Right? Listen to the sound of it. Now when you go up to your right, the notes are going to get higher. High notes. If you go to your left, it's going to get lower. Okay? So the more you go to your right, the higher the notes are going to get. Up here, high. Down here, low. Okay? Now back to middle C. We will identify these white notes, and pause this if you need to and review. In these videos, I know we're beginners, so I'm going to try to go as slow as possible. But if I'm going too fast, your best friend is the pause rewind button. Okay? That's middle C. Now in music, in the musical alphabet, there's only 7 letters. A, B, C, that's where we started from. D, E, F, G. Then it starts over again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you got A to G, seven notes. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So those are the 7 notes we have to figure out where they are. Because after a while, after G, just repeat, starts on A again. So there's no Q, there's no R, there's no Z's, none. Just A to G. So G is the end of the musical alphabet. So here's C. Well, we identify C where it sits. See these 2 black notes? Let's look at the black notes just for a second. They sit in groups of 2 and groups of 3. Groups of 2, groups of 3. Groups of 2, groups of 3. That's the way the piano is laid out. On the left side of the groups of 2, that's where C lives. So we need to find another, let's find another C. Well, we look for another group of 2. Look to the left. There it is. Let's find another C. Look for another group of 2. Look to the left, there's C. Let's go the other way. Here, look for a group of 2. To the left, there's C. Let's look down here. If you don't have, if you don't have 88 keys, don't worry about it. The point is, you look for the group of 2 keys, black keys. Now find the white key to the left of that. That's always going to be C. Now let's find some C's. C, there's one, there's one, there's one. You do this with me. There's a C, there's a C, there's a C. Okay. Now, we know the alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now we got C. Let's look on the other side of the group of two. We're going to find the note E. C, D, E. E lives on the right of the group of two black keys. E is the white key to the right of the two black keys. Find two black keys, look to the right, E. If you look to the left, you'll see. We already did that one. So the grouping of two black keys guide us to the name of the white key. Here's two black keys. Look to the right, we're going to find E. Here's another one. Look to the right, we're going to find E. Look to the right, we're going to find E. Now we're going to do that till we have found all 7 notes. Since we're on these two black keys, let's get the one in the middle. That's D. C, D, E. So we know where C's are. We know where E's are. Let's find D. D is in the middle of the two black keys. That's its relational space. That's where it lives, right? So let's find two black keys. Look in the middle. We find another D. Two black keys. Look in the middle. We have found D. I do not recommend putting stickers and writing all over your keyboard. We just have to learn this. Here's two black keys. Look in the middle, D. So now we know C, D, and E. We can find every one all over this keyboard. Okay. So now we have 3 down and 4 to go. So here's the black keys in groups of 3. Or here's another one. Let's look to the left of those 3 black keys. We're going to find F. Remember, to the left of 2 black keys, we found C. To the left of 3 black keys, we're going to find F. 3 black keys, F. 3 black keys, F. 3 black keys, F. Now, you don't have to play the 3 black keys. Let's find F's. Here's an F. See where it is? Next to the 3 black keys. Here's another one. Find all the F's you can find. Here's another one. To the right of the 3 black keys, 3 black keys to the right, we're going to find B. It lives, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I think you got the idea. Okay, so let's find some more B's. Find all the B's. It lives to the right of the 3 black keys. So it's interesting, we find the white key names by looking at the black keys. B, 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 B. Okay, so almost finished. In the middle of the 3 black keys are 2 notes. Here's 3 black keys and here's 2 notes. You can see on my screen up there. Those notes are G and A. G to the left, A to the right. But if they're in the middle, they're not on the outside. They're in the middle. The middle of the 3 black keys. So left middle is G. Let's find all the G's. There's a G. There's a G. There's a G. Let's find all the A's. There's an A. There's an A. Okay, so now we know every white key on the piano. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Spend a few minutes with the white keys until you can get pretty snappy with it. If I said, where's G? Where's B? Where's D? Where is C? Where is F? Where is... So spend a few minutes, and if you have a partner or a friend that can drill you on that, that would help too. But you don't have to. You could just sit there at your piano and say, all right, F, A, D, E, C. Drills like that will really help solidify that in your mind. Okay, so now we know all the names of the white keys. let's learn the names of these black keys. Okay, so black keys have two names. Remember I told you that if you're going up, the notes are getting higher. We're going to call that sharp. If we're going down, the notes are getting lower. We're going to call that flat. So it's kind of genius. I don't know a million years ago who thought of this, but we found the white key names by looking at the black keys. Now we're going to find the black key names by looking at the white keys. So take G. If we go up higher, we're going to get to G sharp. I know it says A flat. That's just a function of my computer here. If we go down, start from A and we go down, in other words, we went to the left, we're going to call that flat. So this same note has two names. It's going to either be G sharp or A flat. All the black keys are like that. Here's G flat or F sharp. I have my virtual keyboard set to flat. I have to pick one on this computer program. But trust me, that's F sharp or G flat. Here's D sharp or E flat. Get the idea? D flat or C sharp. All the black keys have those names, two names. Did I do B flat? Here's A sharp or B flat. Okay, rewind that a couple times and take a few notes if you have to. But now we have a system that we now can identify every note on the piano. We got a system that we can do that. Hold on just 1 second. So far we've talked about posture, hand position, and now we've named all the notes. Okay? So we've got the musical alphabet. First thing I want you to do is find, well, there's another head concept. If I go to any note on the piano and I go either up or down by a note, black or white, I'm going to call that a half step. A half step. Any note next to the note. If I'm here and I go here, that's a half step. If I'm here and I go here, that's a half step. If I'm on here, I go here, that's a half step. In other words, I haven't skipped anything. Watch this one, no black notes. That's a half step. Half step, 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 half step. So, and half step means I went up or down. Watch me go down by half step. Watch my virtual keyboard up there. I'm going down by half steps, which means I'm not missing any notes. What's the next possible down note I can play is here. Half step, half step, half step. Half step. So that's going to be important when we try to figure out how to play chords or a whole step is just two half steps. So here, skip this one. Now that's a whole step because I got a note in between. Skip this one, whole step. Watch out, this is a tricky one. Skip this one. That's a whole step. The whole step is simply two half steps. Okay? Take a day or two and assimilate this intellectual stuff, but I'm going to give you a little bit more for lesson number 1. I'm going to give you So with your right hand, thumb on C. Oh, by the way, let me tell you these finger numbers. Fingers always start with thumbs. Thumb is always number 1. First finger is number 2, 3, 4, and your pinky is number 5. So I might say finger number 1, that's always your thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're going to play with 1, 3, and 5. Thumb, middle finger, and little finger. And for now, we're just going to take any old finger and play this note, C, in your left hand. In your right hand, I want you to take your thumb, right, play C, your middle finger, play E, every other note, and your little finger, your pinky, you're going to play G, right? Now play that together. Play that a few times together. That is your first chord. Congratulations. Play that, maybe count 2, 3, 4. Try to relax and enjoy that, your first chord. Okay? Now I told you I was going to give you 3 chords, but they're all going to be this every other note kind of concept. So I want you to go up. Your left hand's going to play F. And you're going to go with your right hand, you're going to play F, middle finger A, and then your little finger's going to play C. 2, 3, play that chord. Now, here's your first exercise. The first exercise is to go between those 2 chords, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now do that a few times. Your third chord is a G chord. Now we're going to do the same thing. Left hand, doesn't matter what finger. Play a G by itself, and then your right hand, thumb, middle finger, little finger. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now let's play the first chord. 2, 3, 4. So, here's a exercise. We're going to play 2 C's and 2 F's, like this. And we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move your hands. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time we're going to go to G. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Look at you go. You're playing the piano. So these are called major chords. So we've learned C major, F major, G major. Now there are thousands of songs you can play with those chords. Louie, Louie. We'll get to some songs very soon. Maybe less than 2 or 3, but these are foundational chords. Now, I want you not to rush past this thinking that it's too simple. Play around with this. You can play I'm playing this. That's like what we call a block chord, but you can break it up. That's called an arpeggio. you play arpeggios, you're getting a little bit more advanced. You don't have to start, you can start from the top and go down. Make sure you got good posture. You might play the arpeggio inside out. In other words, the middle note came first. Now you can do the same with the F chord. You can do the same thing with the G chord. All kind of combinations you can do. One last thing I'll leave you with for this basic beginner one is that the concept of dynamics. And I hope you remember that I told you this in the first lesson. Nothing worse than somebody banging on a piano. Nothing worse. It's a musical instrument. So think about dynamics. Dynamics mean loud, soft. When you're playing the piano, you are like an orchestra conductor, and all these are your choir voices. So you want to think to make them sing. No matter what you're playing here. So sometimes you want to play loud, sometimes you want to play soft. Sometimes you want to play loud, sometimes you want to play soft. In other words, from the beginning, think about control of the sound. Sometimes you want to play soft, sometimes you want to play a little louder. So that's it for the day. Let's review a couple of things. First, posture, good positioning. If I was sitting there, I would be watching your hands, nice, relaxed, curved hands, belly button pointing at middle C. Secondly, learn the names of your notes. And we went all through that. If you have to rewind that 50 times, then do that. That's way better than writing on your piano or putting stickers on there, in my opinion. Third thing is learn what a half step is, what a whole step is, and I gave you 3 chords to learn. C chord, C major chord, F major chord, and a G major chord. Okay? Enjoy that. Leave a comment below, and if you want to jump into this series of beginner basic piano, then you'll need to subscribe, hit that notification thing there, so that when I make lesson 2, you'll know it's coming. Happy practicing, and I will talk to you folks real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.